Welcome to another fun episode of Everyday English Chat podcast. Every Friday evening, I go through the same ritual. I close my laptop, stretch my arms like I'm preparing to climb a mountain, and tell myself, this weekend will be different. I say it with the kind of confidence people have when they announce New Year's resolutions. The same energy. Bold, unrealistic, and destined to dissolve within 48 hours. I start imagining the perfect 2-day transformation program that I will absolutely follow. Saturday morning, I will wake up at 6 a.m., obviously, because I'm a disciplined person now. I'll make a green smoothie, read a book for 30 minutes, and then go for a long walk. Maybe even a jog. Yes, a jog. A healthy, energetic version of me exists in my head somewhere, and weekend me always thinks she's coming out soon. After that, I'll clean my entire apartment. Not just normal cleaning. No, deep cleaning. The kind that involves pulling out furniture, wiping baseboards, and finally opening that mysterious drawer in the kitchen that holds scissors, tape, old batteries, expired coupons, and absolutely no logical organization system. I plan to walk into that mess like a hero and walk out victorious. Then, of course, I plan to cook something amazing for lunch. Something healthy, balanced, and homemade. Something that requires chopping vegetables, marinating chicken, and maybe even using the oven. I imagine myself plating it beautifully, taking pictures, and feeling very proud of myself. That's the plan. That's the dream. That's the fantasy weekend I create every single Friday. But let's talk about what actually happens. The alarm I set for 6 a.m., I turn it off in my sleep. Not snooze, not dismiss. I turn it off so aggressively that even the phone looks offended afterwards. When I finally open my eyes, the sun is already bright and the world has moved on without me. I check the time. It's 10:45 a.m. every single time. I spend 5 minutes staring at the ceiling, debating whether I should still try to salvage the morning or just accept defeat. Of course, I choose defeat. Then comes the classic weekend moment of doom. Scrolling. I don't even know how it happens. I pick up my phone to just check the time, and suddenly I'm 40 minutes deep into watching videos of cats who think they're humans, dogs who refuse baths, and random people rearranging their kitchen pantries like it's an Olympic sport. At this point, the smoothie? Canceled. The healthy breakfast? Canceled. The long walk or jog? Absolutely canceled. So I get out of bed and head to the kitchen with the full intention of being responsible and somehow end up making tea and eating leftover biscuits. Biscuits are not breakfast, let's be honest, but they're convenient and they go perfectly with procrastination. As for deep cleaning the apartment, no. I look around at the mess, feel overwhelmed, and decide to clean only what is visible on camera during video calls. It's the classic modern-day cleaning system. If the camera won't see it, it doesn't exist. The mysterious drawer? Untouched. That drawer has survived so many weekend plans that I'm pretty sure it's immortal. Now let's talk about lunch. All week long, I have been telling myself that I will cook something nutritious on Saturday, but every weekend the same dramatic internal dialogue happens around 1 p.m. Should I cook? Yes, be responsible. But cooking means chopping. Yes. And washing dishes afterwards. Yes. Or I could order something. Yes. And that's how my freshly imagined cooking plan instantly turns into a food delivery notification. But the highlight of the weekend isn't even the laziness. It's the negotiations I have with myself. Like when I say, okay, fine. I didn't wake up early, I didn't exercise, I didn't clean, but I will do something productive today. So I open my laptop to work on that project I've been postponing. I open the document. I stare at the blank page. And suddenly, I feel very sleepy. A type of sleepiness that does not exist on weekdays. A luxurious, heavy, irresistible sleepiness that says, you know what you need? A nap. A long, glorious nap. I argue with myself for a few minutes, pretending I have willpower, but we all know how that ends. 5 minutes later, I'm in bed again, bundled like a burrito, telling myself it's a 20-minute power nap. Spoiler alert, it is never 20 minutes. I wake up 2 hours later, confused about what year it is, and then comes the best part, the guilt. The classic weekend guilt that whispers, "You wasted the day!" But right next to the guilt is another voice that says, "It's okay, you're tired, you deserve rest." So now I'm arguing with myself again, like there's a whole committee living inside my brain. And by the evening, I start doing the calculations. Okay, Saturday didn't go well, but tomorrow, yes, tomorrow is the real day. Sunday is the day I will change everything. I say it with confidence again. I make fresh plans again. I set another early alarm again. And guess what happens? Exactly. This is the story of weekend plans that never happen. The big goals, the beautiful to-do lists, the dream routines. They all magically collapse somewhere between waking up late, scrolling endlessly, ordering food, and taking unplanned naps. But here's the thing. Even though my weekend plans almost always fail, there's a strange comfort in planning them. There's hope in imagining a better version of myself. There's a tiny spark that says, maybe next week. And somehow, that spark is enough to keep the cycle going.
So, where were we? Yes. Somewhere between my beautifully unrealistic Friday night to-do list and my mysteriously vanishing sense of motivation. Let's continue. The Saturday morning optimism that fades fast. You know that feeling when you wake up on a Saturday morning and suddenly believe you're a completely different person? Like, yes, this is the day you will finally reorganize your closet, deep clean your kitchen, wash your makeup brushes, call your best friend back, reply to those 43 unread messages, make a healthy breakfast, drink water, stretch, meditate, run a marathon, and maybe, just maybe, change your entire life. All before noon. I love that version of myself. She's delusional but adorable, because here's what really happens. I wake up with motivation exploding in all directions. Then, like clockwork, I sit on my bed for just a minute. I check one message, then another. Then I open a random video. Then I see a recipe. Then I remember I'm hungry. Then I go to the kitchen. Then I get distracted. And suddenly, it's 1 p.m. And guess what? The closet is still messy. The makeup brushes are still dirty. The kitchen is still waiting. My best friend still thinks I disappeared into a forest. But it's okay, because now I tell myself, it's fine, I'll start after lunch. And this, my friends, is how weekends slowly begin to slip away. The magical power of afternoon sleep. Let me confess something. There's a mysterious charm, a supernatural pull, a powerful magnetic force called the Saturday afternoon nap. You don't plan it. You don't schedule it. You don't even want it. It just happens. You feel a little sleepy, so you lie down for 5 minutes. You close your eyes just to rest. And then, boom! You wake up 2.5 hours later not knowing your name, the date, or the country you live in. You open your phone and every notification feels like it's attacking you personally. You check the time and gasp dramatically, "What? It's evening already?" The sun is gone, motivation is gone, energy is gone, and somehow the entire day is gone. And with that one accidental nap, the last realistic chance of achieving your weekend goals has left the chat. But do we learn? Do we change? Absolutely not! Next week we repeat the cycle proudly. The famous evening plan, I'll just stay home. Now, this part always makes me laugh. Every weekend, I promise myself I'll finally go out and do something fun. You know, something wholesome, something social, something that counts as a real weekend. Like, try a new cafe. watch a sunset from a nice spot, dinner with friends, a movie night, a walk in the park, maybe visit a bookstore. But then evening arrives and suddenly going out feels like climbing a mountain while carrying emotional baggage, physical fatigue, and a very strong desire not to move. So instead of going out, I have the conversation we all have with ourselves. I mean, staying home is also fun, right? Like, self-care is important, rest is important, saving money is important, safety is important, not being around people is important. And with that brilliant logic, I convince myself that staying home is the superior life choice. And honestly, no regrets, because staying home means I get to wear pajamas, drink something warm, watch something comforting, and avoid all human interaction. That, in my opinion, is a victory. The "I'll fix my life on Sunday" lie. This is where reality catches up. You spend Saturday doing absolutely nothing, and that's fine. You accept it. You embrace it. But then Sunday arrives. Sunday, the day that pretends to give you hope, but actually gives you anxiety. My brain on Sunday morning. Okay, enough playing around. Today we finally fix everything. My brain on Sunday afternoon. I mean, we still have the evening, right? My brain on Sunday evening. Well, technically the night is long. My brain past midnight. Okay, so we'll do everything next weekend. And then the cycle starts again. The beautiful art of procrastinating. Some of you will relate to this deeply. You don't actually do your planned tasks, but you suddenly get the urge to clean the entire house for no reason at all. Not the things that truly matter. Oh no, never the important tasks. Instead, you arrange your skincare products by color. Spend 45 minutes choosing a new wallpaper. Clean one shelf with dramatic passion. Reorganize your digital photos, delete old screenshots, wipe the table even if it wasn't dirty, vacuum the same spot twice, water a plant you forgot you had. It's not productive, but it feels productive. It tricks your brain into thinking you're achieving something. And sometimes that's all we need. The dinner that turns into deep thoughts. Ah, yes. Sunday night dinner. That quiet moment when you realize the weekend has evaporated faster than your salary after groceries. You sit there, eating whatever you convinced yourself was a dinner. Maybe noodles, maybe leftovers, maybe something sweet. And you let the thoughts attack you like, did I waste my whole weekend? Why am I like this? Next weekend, I will definitely be productive. I hate Monday. Why do weekends move so fast, but weekdays move like frozen sloths? But then suddenly, another thought appears. Actually, it wasn't that bad. Because even if nothing got done, even if plans failed, even if the to-do list is untouched, you still rested. You laughed. You relaxed. You survived another week. And that's enough.
So, where were we? Ah, yes, somewhere between my beautifully unrealistic Friday night to-do list and my mysteriously vanishing sense of motivation. Let's continue. The Saturday morning optimism that fades fast. You know that feeling when you wake up on a Saturday morning and suddenly believe you're a completely different person? Like, yes, this is the day you will finally reorganize your closet, deep clean your kitchen, wash your makeup brushes, call your best friend back, reply to those 43 unread messages, make a healthy breakfast, drink water, stretch, meditate, run a marathon, and maybe, just maybe, change your entire life. All before noon.
I love that version of myself. She's delusional, but adorable. Because here's what really happens. I wake up with motivation exploding in all directions. Then, like clockwork, I sit on my bed for just a minute. I check one message, then another, then I open a random video, then I see a recipe, then I remember I'm hungry, then I go to the kitchen, then I get distracted, and suddenly, it's 1 p.m. And guess what? The closet is still messy. The makeup brushes are still dirty. The kitchen is still waiting. My best friend still thinks I disappeared into a forest. But it's okay, because now I tell myself, it's fine. I'll start after lunch. And this, my friends, is how weekends slowly begin to slip away. The magical power of afternoon sleep. Let me confess something. There is a mysterious charm, a supernatural pull, a powerful magnetic force called the Saturday afternoon nap. You don't plan it, you don't schedule it, you don't even want it. It just happens. You feel a little sleepy, so you lie down for 5 minutes. You close your eyes just to rest. And then, boom! You wake up 2.5 hours later not knowing your name, the date, or the country you live in. You open your phone and every notification feels like it's attacking you personally. You check the time and gasp dramatically. What? It's evening already? The sun is gone, motivation is gone, energy is gone, and somehow the entire day is gone. And with that one accidental nap, the last realistic chance of achieving your weekend goals has left the chat. But do we learn? Do we change? Absolutely not. Next week, we repeat the cycle proudly. The famous evening plan, I'll just stay home. Now, this part always makes me laugh. Every weekend, I promise myself,
You know what I've noticed lately? When someone asks, "So, any plans this weekend?" I've started giving pre-recorded answers. Because honestly, I think I've run out of original weekend dreams. My imagination is tired. My ambition is tired. Only my excuses are thriving. This is why it's always funny when I say something like, "Oh yeah, I'm planning to start a new morning routine this weekend." Like, who do I think I am? A TikTok wellness influencer? A morning routine? Girl, you don't even have a proper night routine. But anyway, there I go again, dreaming big. So, let me walk you through another set of my beautiful, inspirational, absolutely unrealistic weekend plans that, well, obviously, never happen. The minimalist fantasy weekend. I don't know about you, but every now and then I get this sudden urge to become a minimalist. Not just someone who tries to declutter. No. I mean a full transformation. Like one of those I packed my entire life into a single suitcase type of people. So, Friday night, I convince myself, this weekend I will declutter my closet. I will find inner peace. I will live with intention. You know what I actually do? I open my closet. I stare at everything. I close the closet. That's it. That's the whole ritual. But the funniest part, I always applaud myself like I did something meaningful. Wow, look at you doing adult things. No, girl, you literally just stared at your clothes like a confused mannequin. And let's be honest, the same clothes that I say, I'll never wear this again, somehow become my favorite the moment I try to throw them away. I'll find a shirt I haven't worn in 5 years, and suddenly it's my soulmate. Oh my God, why would I ever get rid of this? This is so cute. Cute?
You haven't touched it since it was in style. But that's how this minimalist weekend goes. No decluttering, no trash bags, no organizing. Just vibes and procrastination. The silent retreat I keep promising myself. Another classic plan of mine is I'm going to have a quiet weekend. No noise, no social media, a digital detox. Why do we lie to ourselves like this? Because here's what really happens. I start with great discipline. I say, okay, phone away. 5 minutes later, I hear it vibrate from across the room, and suddenly my brain becomes a CIA agent. What if it's important? What if someone needs me? What if it's something urgent? It's not urgent. It's a discount notification from an app I don't use, but I still check. Then I think, okay, maybe just 1 minute on Instagram. 1 minute becomes 2 hours. 2 hours becomes, why is it 3 a.m.? So much for inner peace. The digital detox becomes a digital deep dive. But I still call it resting because the lie comforts me. The healthy lifestyle weekend that exists only in my mind. Sometimes I plan a weekend that sounds like I'm preparing for a fitness award ceremony. I tell myself, this weekend I will drink enough water, do yoga, stretch, go walking, eat salad, and glow like a motivational speaker. What actually happens? I drink 1 glass of water and call it hydration. I stretch for 5 seconds before catching a cramp and giving up. I tell myself a walk is too hot right now and continue lying on the couch. I think about buying lettuce, just think, and feel like I've already taken a healthy step. And then the glow I was aiming for, that turns into me sitting in bed, eating snacks, and watching people who actually do yoga on YouTube. And the worst part, I watch fitness videos while eating junk. Like I'm being supportive. Like, yes, queen, do those Pilates reps. I'll just be here emotionally cheering. This is the exact moment where my weekend health plan dies peacefully. The I will sleep early weekend. Yes, the plan that never survives reality. Every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday, without fail, I say, tonight I'm sleeping early. And then midnight hits, and suddenly my brain becomes the most active thing in the universe. It becomes philosophical, creative, hyperactive, talkative, annoyingly alive. I'll lie there thinking of things I haven't thought about in 10 years. And I'll convince myself, okay, maybe I should check just one thing online. Wrong move. The moment the phone lights up, sleep says, goodbye, I don't know you. Next thing you know, I'm scrolling at 2:47 a.m. looking at videos like 10 ways to make avocado toast aesthetic. Why? Why am I doing this? I don't even have an avocado. So the weekend early sleep plan dies again. The cleaning spree, that never happens. There is a very specific kind of delusion I go through. It's where I look around my room and think, this weekend I will deep clean everything. You know the type of clean where you move furniture, wipe windows, scrub corners, that very dramatic movie-style cleaning. No. What I actually do is pick up 1 sock, adjust 1 pillow, spray air freshener, and feel like I've cleaned the whole house. The satisfaction lasts for approximately 30 seconds until reality returns. My cleaning playlist is longer than the actual cleaning I do. But still, every weekend, without fail, I repeat the promise. The I will finally finish my to-do list lie. If my to-do list were a person, I think it would file a complaint against me for abandonment. Every weekend I say, I'll finish everything on this list. Let's be productive. Then I look at the first thing on the list and instantly feel tired. Sometimes the list isn't even hard. It says things like send an email, fold clothes, refill water bottle, charge laptop. Basic things. But my brain reacts like I've been asked to climb Mount Everest. So I choose the easiest item, make bed. But I do it so slowly, it becomes a whole event. And by the time I finish, I feel like I deserve a break. So I take a break, and that break becomes the whole day. Another to-do list ruined by the legendary I'll start after a short break. The always hopeful ending of the weekend. Here's the funny part. Even though none of these things actually happen, I still believe next weekend will be different. Like I have this permanent optimism. This time I'll declutter. This time I'll sleep early. This time I'll start healthy habits. This time I will rest properly. And I love that about us, about people who make weekend plans that never happen. We're hopeful. We're dreamers. We always give ourselves another chance. And honestly, that's beautiful. Even if the only thing we actually do every weekend is exist, breathe, and survive the chaos of life, that's still something.
The delusion of this weekend will be different. Every Friday afternoon, I experience something scientists should study. It's like my brain gets hit with a burst of optimism mixed with mild amnesia. Suddenly I'm like, this weekend, I will be productive. And I don't say that casually. I say it like a superhero speech right before a dramatic musical score kicks in. I'm pacing in my room. I'm holding my phone like it's a mission device. I'm writing a to-do list with intent, which we all know means nothing. But in that moment, I'm unstoppable, manifesting a productive weekend. Sort of. I even do the whole manifestation thing. Friday night, 11 p.m., I'm like, I will wake up at 7 a.m. I will stretch. I will drink warm lemon water. I will journal. I will go for a calming morning walk. I will achieve inner peace. I will have my life together. Saturday morning, 11:37 a.m., I wake up stuck in my blanket like a burrito, dehydrated, hair everywhere, and the only inner peace I have is accepting that I'm just not the lemon water at sunrise type of person. And that's fine. I've made my peace with it. Kind of. The grocery shopping that never happens. Now, let's talk about the grocery trip. Ah, yes, my fictional grocery trip. I love that trip. I think about it all week. I imagine myself walking around the store like I have my life together, putting vegetables in the cart, on purpose. But do I actually go? Of course not. Instead, I spend the weekend eating random snacks, leftover something, tea, more tea, maybe bread, and on the rare occasion I'm feeling fancy, instant noodles. Every time Monday arrives, I'm like, ugh, why don't I have groceries? Because, girl, you never go. The cleaning montage that belongs in a movie. Here's another thing I plan. A full deep cleaning of my room. Yes, I imagine a whole montage, like one of those fast motion scenes where the music is upbeat and everything sparkles. In my head, I am organizing shelves, folding clothes, wiping surfaces, lighting candles, being peaceful and aesthetic, becoming a Pinterest person. But in reality, I pick up one shirt, stare at it for 3 seconds, then put it somewhere even worse. Then I sit, then I lie down just for a minute. 30 minutes later, my room looks exactly the same and I'm Googling, why am I like this? No answers yet. The Sunday night panic. Now this is the universal experience. That moment around 8 p.m. on Sunday evening when you suddenly realize, oh no, the weekend is over, and you haven't done laundry, cleaning, grocery shopping, meal prep, skincare, that thing you promised,
That other thing you promised, the thing you lied to yourself about doing, but you did do scrolling, snacking, procrastinating, imaginary planning, existential questioning, watching people online who have their lives completely together. Honestly, the worst part is when you lie in bed like, I'll do everything next weekend. Yes, the ultimate illusion. Next weekend, the mysterious, magical place where all dreams come true. The reality check, but softly. But here's the truth. Not every weekend is meant to be productive. Sometimes the plans that never happen are actually the universe saying, hey, slow down, live a little. Rest is also an achievement. We beat ourselves up a lot. We think we're lazy, unmotivated, or chaotic. But maybe we're just human. Maybe weekends aren't supposed to be mini boot camps of productivity. Maybe they're meant for breathing, pausing, laughing, snacking, doing nothing, resetting without guilt. Because honestly, the world is exhausting enough. Let the weekend be soft. Let it be imperfect. Let it be real. Closing thoughts. The ending that actually happens. So here we are at the end of our little journey through the comedy of weekend plans that never happen. Will next weekend be different? Probably not. Will I still make big plans? Absolutely. Will I actually follow them? Let's not talk about that. But hey, that's part of the charm of everyday life, isn't it? We're all trying. We're all improvising. We're all pretending we'll wake up early. We're all lying to ourselves with love. And that's okay. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for laughing at yourself with me. Thank you for being part of Everyday English Chat. And remember, even if your weekend plans never happen, your weekend still happened. And that's enough.